I think the concept of work-life balance is a stupid one.
Hey Varun, I'm a Gen Z 21-year-old employee. I feel like traveling the world and I just really don't think there's enough work life balance.
Tough one. I think got to be very empathetic because I understand that this is the best years of your life, and sometimes I feel between 20 and 22 you should go explore the world, travel a little bit, make friends. In our prime we always abuse the body and don't really care about it or work really hard and then realize maybe I shouldn't have done that. I think the concept of work-life balance is a stupid one. The best way I've thought about work-life balance is, can I work for 4 or 5 years, give it my best, work like as much as needed so that I can spend the rest of my time with the freedom. So it's better to look at your whole life and say, well, work really hard for 5 years and then sort of not as much for the next 10 and then very little for the next 30 or 40, right? There's a tweet I read the other day which is that you need to use your brain so much in the first few years of your life that by the end of it, your brain is completely exhausted and you have brain fog, but everything simply falls into place because you have muscle memory. You know what to do in every situation because you've been and lived through those situations. I do think the number of hours don't really matter. It's about the intensity. If you're a fresher and you're entering, let's say, a field like video editing, in your first 3 months, you're obviously not going to be able to finish 4-minute video in the same amount of time as somebody with like 2 years of experience. In 2 years of experience, that same 4-minute video will take you 2 days to edit, whereas if you're a fresher, it's going to take you maybe even a month to edit, right? And that's why I think it's definitely not worth it to optimize for work-life balance in the first 2 years of your career because you really don't have the skills, and therefore it takes you a long period of time. Once you have the skills, it takes you a lesser amount of time. That's why I also don't believe in the 70-80 hour work weeks. I think it's more about how much of the intensity and how good have you gotten. It's better to learn all the skills, improve, build the relationships in the first few years of your life and play off the compounding of that for the rest.